What's going on, Raider Nation? It's JT coming at you with another breaking news episode of the Raidercast, your podcast for everything silver and black. Today we found out the Week 7 injury report, and it's kind of nice to see. There's only 4 players on the injury report this week. So the bye week not only got us back Anthony Averett, DJ Turner, who have been out since Week 1 on the IR. They are now full participants in practice. So we have Averett coming back to basically replace Hobbs, who's now on IR. And we have DJ Turner coming back. He didn't get a lot of snaps Week 1. But he's the wide receiver we kept over players like Keelan Cole, now over T. Billy. So I'm excited to see if he can actually contribute. Excited to see how he does on special teams as a returner, which is kind of why we kept him mostly. Yeah, so we have those players back. A lot of people are healed up. Someone that hasn't quite healed up yet is Foster Moreau. He missed 2 games already, but he's limited participation today, and I expect him to play this upcoming week versus the Texans. We've been down to only Jesper Horsted as our tight end. We've only run one tight end since Foster Moreau's injury in week 3. You have Mac Hollins, limited participation, a heel injury. This is the first time it's popping up. Limited participation on a Wednesday is relatively normal, so I expect him to play. Jayon Brown is hamstring. He was out last game, and he's limited to participate, so I expect him to play in the game as well. So no worries there from those 3 players. I expect our wide receiver core to be fully, up and running. Our linebacker core back to normal. With the addition of Blake Martinez, who didn't see, I don't think, a ton of snaps last game, but, he's still getting acclimated to the somewhat new system, even though he's played in Patrick Graham's system before. And then Foster Moreau is being added to our much depleted tight end core. Someone who did not participate in practice today was Darren Waller with his hamstring injury that took him out of the second half of the Chiefs game. Overall, Darren Waller has not been performing really at all. 175 yards, 1 touchdown, actually 0 touchdowns. So not, or maybe he did have 1 touchdown. I don't remember, but regardless, he hasn't been participating that much. He hasn't had any big games. Titans game was actually the opposite of a big game. He had a bad game against the Titans. He just has not looked the same so far this season. Again, he's been battling that injury he had last season, and this season looks like he's battling his hamstring. So we'll see where that leads us. Not saying we're going to get rid of him or anything like that, but hopefully he can come back and be what we expected from Waller coming into this season. And like I said today, one of my earlier video, which you should go check out after this episode, Nate Hobbs is on IR, so that's a big blow to our defense. Probably our second best defender. Now we have Max Crosby, etc., like I talked about in the other video. So if you want to hear me talk about that, head to the other video after this one. But yeah, that's the injury reports, and then we have some trade rumors, which I also talked about in the last video, that I'm telling you to go watch after this one, of Cleveland Ferrell and Jonathan Abram being shopped around the NFL. Hopefully maybe we can get something out from them. Their stock should probably be at the highest they would be, because after this season, since they're going to be free agents, we're not going to get much from them. If we do let them go, I believe we get a comp pick in 2024 from them. So if we do let them go later on, like at the end of the season, that could end up being something good. But if we can get a decent draft pick from them now, we'll take it now. Someone that we've been talking about getting is Nelson Agholor. There was some rumors this offseason about Agholor coming back to Las Vegas, or some chatter that wasn't really anything official. But according to Jeremy Fowler of the NFL, ESPN, one of those sports news sources, just look up Jeremy Fowler on Twitter. According to him, he said that Raiders are in talks of acquiring Nelson Agholor in a trade with the Patriots. There's also Kendrick Bourne being talked about being traded. So those are two players that, you know the McDaniel system. Agholor coming would be nice because he knows Carr, he knows his tendencies, stuff like that. I mean, wide receiver's not an issue right now, in my opinion. We have Devontae Adams. Matt Collins has been pretty solid. Hunter Renfro's been disappointing, but he's injured right now. He's back to full participation in practice, so, you know, there's that. But, yeah, I don't think we need another wide receiver. We need defensive tackle. We need coverage linebacker. We need secondary help more than anything. But if we want to get more firepower on the offense, I guess go ahead. But right now our offense is at a point where you can't really improve too much. So if we get him, I don't know. I don't know really how I feel. Don't really like it that much, in all honesty. As much as the Agholor-Carr connection was great in 2020, as much as he's been solid production, I guess, in New England, though way overpaid for his production, I just don't think we need him. We need other places of help more than wide receiver, especially since our O-line's been run blocking really well and pass blocking pretty decently. Devontae Adams has been a threat. He's still on pace for an insane stat line. And Josh Jacobs has been feasting, so I really don't think we need another pass catcher. Matt Collins has been putting up solid numbers for someone who we thought was just going to be a straight-up special teamer. And mind you, all of his stats came from one game, but irregardless, he's put up solid stats. Foster Rose coming back, Darren Waller coming back at some point, Hunter Renfrow hopefully back in the fold and going back to the way he was as being a, solid catcher and, keeping the ball in his hands. But we'll see what happens. I just don't think we should do it, but knowing us, we're going to end up trading for Nelson Agholor for whatever reason. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. How do you guys feel about a Nelson Agholor trade? How do you guys feel about trading away Abram and Furl? How do you guys feel about these injuries? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my recent video, which will be popping on the screen soon. And once again, I hope you guys had a fantastic day today, and peace out, Raider Nation.